Hey guys, Remy here. I'd like to talk about blockchains and crypto, especially Ethereum. So today I'd like to talk about the broader category that encompasses all of the crypto space, the Web 3.0. To better understand what Web 3.0 is all about, it's a good idea to start at the beginning. So let's quickly explore its predecessors, the Web 1.0 and Web 2.0. Web 1.0 was at the beginning of the internet, when the internet was just a baby. It was mostly static pages with content fetched directly from the servers and delivered to you in the browser in the format of HTML, that is, read only. You couldn't really do much with it, and playing games in the browser required Flash. Good times, good times. Then came about JavaScript, and with its advent, the beginning of the era of Web 2.0. We could actually interact with the content inside of our browsers without data needing to be sent back to the servers after every click. This was a huge game changer. Now we could have dynamic pages personalized directly to you. You could like and comment on videos, and you could have web pages embedded into other web pages and all that good stuff. With it came a whole generation of new technologies, and behind it, the new tech giants, such your Googles, your Facebooks, your Microsofts. Sorry, actually, Microsoft was already there before. Your YouTubes, etc., Netflix, and so on. With JavaScript, a fully fledged Turing-complete language running directly inside of your browser, the sky was the limit to what you could do with it. So, we no longer had web pages. We now had web apps. Anyhow, fast forward to today. We are still very much in the Web 2.0 era, but Web 3.0 is rapidly taking over. So what is Web 3.0? Well, it's everything we know and love about Web 2.0, but decentralized. Web 1.0 and Web 2.0 have one thing in common, and that is that the content is controlled by a central authority who have absolute power over it. Google, for example, could remove this video at any time. Facebook can delete your profile or your comments that they might disagree with. Microsoft can, and so on. You get the idea. But hey, you might ask, these companies are trustworthy. Why do we need our stuff decentralized? They won't screw you over. Well, a couple of reasons. While I agree with you, Google are cool cats today. A company is just the people who run it. Will there still be cool cats in 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, or even sooner? Since the company is just the people who run it and people change, people might bring about a change that we won't exactly like, and their integrity might fade with them. Governments can change also, and they can sometimes mandate companies into doing nefarious things. So while everything is cool and PG today, it doesn't mean it's gonna be so tomorrow. And the fact that the companies and the government and these central authorities have the absolute power over our content on the internet is just a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. The whole point here is that they have this power, not whether they choose to exercise it or not. And the second reason is this. It's a more subtle one, but it is nonetheless a very, very important one. Consider your day-to-day interactions, offline and online. What is your end goal? If you're making a transaction, then your end goal is the person on the other end of it. It's not the bank which facilitates the said transaction. If you're selling your services online or in person, or if you're selling your services as a freelancer, your end goal is your client, not Fiverr or Upwork. In my case, when I post this video, my end goal is you guys, the people who will watch it, not YouTube. We are forced to go third-party intermediaries every day in everything we do to reach our end goals. Why? One reason, and one reason alone: trust. If I show up at your shop with a piece of paper and tell you it's money, would you accept it? Of course not. You don't trust me, you don't know who I am, you have no reason to trust me. However, if that piece of paper had on it a certified seal by the central bank, then you would have trusted and you would accept it, because you know where the central bank is located in your city, you know their address, you can hold them accountable in court, so you trust them. And besides, they have a reputation, so you trust them based on their reputation as well. For most of the history of our civilization, we needed third-party intermediaries in order to function properly, up until a pivotal moment in time. The moment that will surely be remembered by the future historians, when some guy named Satoshi Nakamoto published a curious little white paper online called Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. He had proposed a solution to do away with the third-party intermediaries, the solution to the trust problem. And that solution was the blockchain. I'm not going to go into details of how the blockchain works, but what's important to know is this. If I now show up to your shop with money, you no longer need it to be certified by a bank in order to know that it's good. All you have to do is to verify it with the blockchain. And if the blockchain says the money is good, then the money is good. And no one single entity controls the blockchain. It runs on nodes, which are essentially people's computers. Anyone in the world can run it, and a lot of people do, making the blockchain resistant to fraud and completely decentralized. Sorry. Um, so when the content of the web is run on the blockchain on these nodes, it possesses the following properties which distinguishes it from Web 2.0. It cannot be altered in any way which is not already specified in the code, meaning it is resistant to fraud. It is open and transparent, meaning that anything you interact with in the Web 3.0, you can examine the code for yourself to see exactly what it does. No shady business at all. It's accessible, anyone can participate. All you need is an internet connection. It's crazy to think that the majority of the world's population today is unbanked. Now imagine that all of these people now have DeFi at their fingertips. All they need is an internet connection. And they can participate in the global financial system. Imagine the impact of all of that. And finally, it's censorship proof. If somebody wants to take the content down, they'd have to shut down or alter the majority of the nodes all around the world, and that is just near impossible. Web 3.0 is such a massive change to the current ecosystem that we will feel its impact on the global infrastructure and on our very lives in the near future. An open and transparent internet with the most cutting-edge technologies accessible to anyone in the world. Imagine the good it could do. If Web 3.0 was an iceberg, then this video is just the tip of it. Not even the tip of it, the tip of the tip of the tip. I encourage you to explore more, to dig down further, for this stuff is extremely fascinating. If you have any questions or keen to discuss any interesting topics, I encourage you to leave a comment. I love to read them. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel in the honor of the Web 2.0 system. And watch my other video where I teach you how to run a full Ethereum node in order to participate and be at the forefront of Web 3.0. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.